on this as the days go by. But with that, let's also move on and talk about how all of these overnight cues really impact our own markets, the individual domestic cues that you should track as well. Remember, we got a solid rally to end the financial year on Friday. We were up 1.6%. So we have our research team here joining us to take us through the trade setup this morning. Nigel, Vivek and Surbhi all join me now to take you through the trade setup. Guys, a very good morning to all of you. Vivek, let me come to you first. First trading day of the new financial year. Take us through everything we should watch.
Well, absolutely, we're going to start off the fresh or FY24 on a very mixed note. So the first day of the April series, we actually saw a very solid rally. And now when you're talking about the overnight cues, it's extremely mixed. Friday, US markets, as you mentioned, actually gave a very solid close. Nasdaq saw the best quarter since 2020. And also all three of the US indices gained over 3% just in the last week. European markets also all managed to end the day with, solid gains. However, the joker in the pack today morning is going to be crude oil prices. Crude oil prices have surged significantly in the morning session on the back of the surprise cut by OPEC. And that, again, will be a dampener as far as the bull rally is concerned. But quite a lot of cues to watch in terms of news flow this particular week. Number one, is going to be the all-important RBI MPC meet outcome. Also, there is going to be reaction to the monthly auto sales. Also, an IPO, after a while, we are seeing an IPO come in. So Avalon, which is looking to raise close to 865 crore, managed to raise almost 390 crore via the anchor investment route. Watch out for that one as well. Quarterly update from corporates, quite a few numbers coming in, over the weekend as far as Q4 as well as FY23 is concerned. Asian markets have, however, started off on a back foot. SGX Nifty 2 is indicating a mild or a muted start to our own markets today.
All right, Vivek, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those cues that we should watch. But let's also talk about the individual stocks which could be in focus in today's trading session. Surbhi is here with that entire list. Hi, Surbhi.
Hi, good morning. A whole host of stock cues that have come over the weekend. Let's start with the auto stocks first. They have reported their monthly numbers, where Hero Motor, their total sales were up 15% on a year-on-year basis. Eicher Motor, their Royal Enfield sales were up 7% at close to 72,200 units. Tata Motors, their total sales were up 2% at 90,900 units. Maruti, the company has posted its highest ever total annual sales of 19.6 lakh units for FY23. Other stocks that may react to their monthly numbers is Escorts Kubota, SML Isuzu and VST Tillers. Moving on to CSB Bank, they have reported their Q4 business updates. Their deposits were up 21% on a year-on-year basis and 8% sequentially. Their CASA was up 16% on a year-on-year basis and close to 11% sequentially. Karnataka Bank, they also have reported their Q4 business update. Their loan book has shrunk on a sequential basis and the deposits are up close to 9% on a year-on-year basis and 3% sequentially. Hindustan Aeronautics, they have reported their highest ever revenues for FY23 of 26,500 crores. BEL, they also reported a sales growth of 15% for FY23 at 17,300 units, 300 crores. Their order book for as on April 1st is around 60,500 crores. And lastly, gas stocks will also be in focus as government has kept the APM gas price unchanged at $8.57 per MMBTU till further order.
All right, Surbhi, thanks a lot for that entire list of stocks. That is many to track, and also the entire crude impact, right? Because we saw a 5% jump in crude prices from $79 to $84. So that will definitely play out as well. But let's also talk about cues from the futures and options space. And Nigel is standing by with exactly that. Good morning, Nigel.
Well, morning, Pavitra. On Friday's trading session, it was a good one, right? And there was clearly some bout of short covering that did take place. So on the Nifty Bank, we had the index surging up and the open interest was down by close to around 2%. And on the Nifty as well, the open interest was down by close to around 4.5% odd. So that's clearly telling you there was a bit of short covering that did play out. But it wasn't from the FIs. In fact, the FIs added close to around 4,000 long positions, but no signs yet of short covering out there. The short positions, well, they are at around that 89% odd. Remember, a couple of sessions ago, it was at around 92% odd. So we're still waiting to see whether or not they cover some shorts. But the good point is they added some long positions at least. On the option side, well, they bought more puts than calls. So that's telling you there is protection on the downside. But what's giving you some hope that maybe, the markets can trend higher from here? In an uptrending market, you'd like to see more put writing than call writing. And that's precisely what happened. in Friday's trading session. A couple of strikes that were very active. 17,300 put, 17,200 put. Extremely active out there. More than a crore shares getting added at both those two strikes. So that's giving you a sense that maybe there is support at lower levels. While a bit of a punt being taken on the call side. 17,600 calls suddenly opened up. Premium out there 10 to around 15 rupees. So let's see whether or not they make any money, because you have just two sessions. On Wednesday, you'll have expiry that will play out. Crucial levels to track on the downside, the 20 DMA becomes very, very important going by the put writing. So around 17,200, 17,150 to 17,200, that will be important to hold out. While on the upside, the 200 DMA closer to around 17,500. Do the bulls have enough to get past that mark? Well, time will tell. For the time being, the SGX Nifty suggesting that we start off a little bit in the green, 30, 35 points higher. Back to you.
All right, we can expect a green start once again to start this financial year. Nigel, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those cues. With that, it is time for our first short break on this show. But when we come back, we're going to get you a complete roundup of the March auto sales numbers that we have so far. So stay tuned.